Hey everybody, it's itsdarockstar, part of Super Obvious. In this video, we're talking about why home invasion movies are so freaking scary. Let's go.
I'll be right back!
Hello, Detective Banks.
Come and get it!
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
First off, home invasions is something that happens in real life, like a lot. Like over 1.6 million times a year a lot. Like over 3,000 times a day a lot. Like every 30 seconds a lot. Which is 66% of burglaries and robberies, period. And this is coming from the FBI. There are some people who can't handle scary movies about home invasions, found footage, possession, monsters, slashers, or anything that could be considered quote-unquote scary, because a lot of people don't like or can't handle intense content that psychologically messes with their head. For me, I've been watching scary movies since I was like 7, and I turned out great. One of my favorite home invasion movies is Panic Room that came out in 2002, which will probably be the oldest movie I talk about in this video. As of recording this, it has a IMDb rating of 6.8 out of 10. I'm a super movie buff, and as far as my ratings go, anything around a 7 or higher means it's at least worth checking out and giving it a chance, especially if the plot or star power in the movie has you interested or curious on if the movie is good or an actor you like is in a movie that is complete trash and we could joke the hell out of them for being in it. I can't remember the film or theater term, but Panic Room is one of those movies where the cast is very small, and a lot of the times I like movies like that. In case you haven't seen it, with it being over 20 years old, it's about a mom who is dealing with a divorce and has her daughter, and they are moving into a new home that is super big, like several floors, which, you guessed it, has a panic room, which is supposed to prevent anyone from being able to come in if you need to use it to protect yourself. The daughter is a type 1 diabetic, which of course plays a part in the movie. The burglars are trying to break into a safe that contains millions of dollars that's hidden somewhere in the house. The cast includes Jodie Foster, a very young Kristen Stewart, Forrest Whitaker, Jared Leto, and others. Definitely check this out if you like these kind of movies and you haven't seen it. I feel it's a movie that still doesn't get enough props to this day, especially with how long ago it came out. Next, we're talking about See for Me. It's about a blind female that is house sitting for someone, and while the house is being invaded, she is using an app and using the camera on her phone and being told what to do from an operator on where to move to avoid being detected, captured, or worse from the home invaders. The unique thing about this is when the main character Sophie is talking to Kelly the operator, it kind of turns into a first-person shooter from the camera view, which I thought was pretty cool during these intense moments. Also, I think the actress playing the blind character was convincing, and emotionally, you are hoping she survives, even though her character personality-wise was really a bitch. Star power, it has Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy, Laura Vandervoort from Jigsaw, and others. Plot-wise, it's the same as before. The burglars are breaking in to crack a safe that has a huge amount of valuables in it. Again, if you're into these kind of movies, I recommend checking it out. Next is the Stranger movies. This is where we change things up. During these home invasion movies, it's not about robberies. They don't want to rob or steal any kind of valuables that you have. The only thing they want to take is, your life. Also, mess with you psychologically the whole time before that happens. They want to end you just because you were inside the spot they have chosen. And that's something that people do in real life, which is freaking terrifying. There is the first Purge movie, which is another one of my favorites. The whole franchise is, honestly. Don't Breathe is another good one, which has a twist because the people who invade this guy's home start to get killed by the person that lives there, and he's blind. There is Incident in a Ghostland, which is a heavy, psychological, scary movie that really messes with your head emotionally and also has a complex ending where it kind of lets you decide how you think the movie ended. I actually did a video on this a long time ago when the movie first came out in another video, so check it out. There's also the House on the Left remake from 2009, which I'm sure, plot-wise, you already know a lot of what happens if you know this movie franchise. Star power, it has the actor that plays John on Fear the Walking Dead and Jesse from Breaking Bad. The climax of the movie is freaking awesome on what the parents do to the people that are in their home and make them pay for what they did to their daughter earlier in the movie. Obviously, I'm just naming a few of the home invasion movies that I like. If you look up popular home invasion movies on Google, there is a lot, like a whole bunch of them. If you've been on my channel, you know that Scream and Saw are really big parts of my channel. I have like a lot of videos about that. I'll be making videos talking about them more and how they are actually a lot more scarier than you think in future videos, so be on the lookout. So with horror movies, I feel what makes them scary is if it's based around things that can actually happen in real life, like home invasions, stalking, possessions, found footage, and that kind of stuff. And compared to slashers like Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, and other big franchises, home invasion films is kind of like a genre in the horror category that we kind of don't get a lot of. Well, the ones that everyone is talking about anyway. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite home invasion horror movies? What are your thoughts on the movies I talked about? Are there any home invasion movies that you haven't seen yet that you want to check out? Like and share the video, subscribe, tell other people who like scary movies to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.